Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door. I'm Methodical Destruction, and today we will be continuing on with the Great Tree. First off, by defeating this Piter here, so we'll be back in just 1 second. Okay, now that we took care of that, you can see some of our punies fell, but actually that's not a really big deal right now because we can retrieve them later. Let's get rid of the second Piter quickly. Well, actually, let's wait for it to come down, and then bammo. Okay, I believe that's all the Piters. Yep, it is. Okay, anyway, now that that's over, we can get this item here just by using Koops. And it is a badge. This is the Damage Dodge P, which again, I don't really need any of the Damage Dodge badges since I'm mainly Super Guard. Now, to get our punies back, we go down this pipe here, and all of our punies will be waiting for us down here. I don't believe there are enemies down here. Well, we got a star piece in that bush there. Okay, that's nice. And there's our last puny, so now we have 101 again. There are 101 Dalmatians, but they're punies, so they're not really dogs. We got a save block there, and there's actually a little hidden thing you can get here. If you see, there's a little tear in the wall, and if we use Madame Flurry, we can blow it away and gain access to a secret shop. So basically, there's punies here. We can talk to this guy. This guy's hiding from the Jabbies, I see. Or maybe the X-Nauts. Sounds like he's hiding from the X-Nauts. But there is a little partner we can actually get in here. If you go behind this tree stump, there is someone we can talk to. Alright, and now Jabble has actually joined our little crew of punies. So technically we have 102 punies fighting for us. You can see Jabble there, kind of behind Madame Flurry. And he will be with us for the remainder of the time the punies are. Now, what we are doing is we're actually going to get into another fight with the Jabbies, but this time it is a 100 Jabby squadron. So that will be quite an interesting thing. Let's try not to lose any of the punies. Looks like we're okay. Because sometimes you can see the ledges there, sometimes they'll get stuck on those, so you gotta be careful that doesn't happen. Let's check this bush here, and this bush. And I believe that's all the bushes, so let's go. Now there's a ton of Jabbies, and basically all 100 of our punies will fight 100 of the Jabbies, so this is quite a big battle. This is the last Jabby battle of the game, so not to worry. It's not like these are really hard anyway, but we easily defeated all of the Jabbies. And now, like the last time, we can actually blow up the High Fortress in a very cool explosion effect. Anyway, one thing I want to mention on a bit of an unrelated note is that I saw the Nintendo Direct conference today, and I'm going to show this battle to talk about it. And some of you might have heard of it. It's basically a conference for Nintendo games and that kind of thing. It's a bit like, well, it's not really like anything. It was basically just kind of an announcement day. But unfortunately, America was shafted as far as the announcements go. Basically, the only good announcement really was the announcement of the last story was coming out in the US, which is kind of cool. But we haven't heard anything on the new Paper Mario game. It's like, we've been waiting so long for that. And I just want to say now, as a little guess, I think that the 3DS game, Paper Mario, will come out in June. Probably mid-June, I believe. That's what I think anyway, because it seems now that a lot of the 3DS games are announced for around March. So that's what I can base my assumption off anyway. So that was a little bit disappointing. We have a puny area here, but we actually cannot use that right now. Excuse me. So we're just going to go down this pipe here. And we have another piranha plant, so see you in a second. If I can... Ow. And now we'll check a couple more bushes here. You can see there's a warp pipe there, but we obviously cannot get to it yet, because we have to get a new ability. And it looks like there's a podium here. Not really much else to do, so I guess we'll... Oh wait, we have Jabbies missing. Hold on. Where'd they go? Did we miss them over here? Well, there they are. I guess they got stuck or something. But now we can continue onwards. And anyway, speaking of this podium, I guess that we have really no other choice but to put the puny orb in there, so let's do it. Oh great, so now all the punies are captured. All we can really do now is actually just use our paper thin ability to get out of the cage, and we can go down this warp pipe now, which is required, because there's a switch here. And Koops would be right, we actually have seen columns like those before. So we're actually going to go back to where we saw those columns. So I will see you guys... Actually, wait, let's check the bushes first, just for posterity. Not really posterity, but just because. Okay, and we're going to look at this behind this warp pipe, and we got a star piece. It's always good to check behind warp pipes. But anyway, I will see you guys in a second when we are at the other set of pillars. Well, actually, wait, on another note, you might want to write down those symbols that are on the pillars there, because you will need to remember them. But anyway, off we go. Okay, so now we are at the pillars, and basically these switches have appeared here, obviously, and we have to make them match up with the pillars from earlier, and luckily for you guys, I remember the combination. It is Sun, Moon, Jabby, Star, I believe. Yep, there we go. I didn't even have to write that down or remember it, honestly. I've known it for so long now because I've played the game so many times. I just don't even bother looking at the one on the pillars anymore. But still, if it's your first time, you'll definitely want to write it down. So now we enter in through here. And there is a giant chest there. And luckily, it's not black, so it's not going to curse us. So we'll just approach it and see what's inside. So basically, we can do a spin jump, we jump and then press A, and it'll do a little butt stomp, which is actually a pretty... It's one of Mario's signature moves, I would say, basically. I mean, in New Super Mario Bros., he has the butt stomp. I think this was definitely not the first time Mario had a butt stomp. The first time was in Super Mario 64, obviously. But this game continued the trend of Mario using butt stomps. And one thing that Goombella just pointed out is that we can actually break through those panels now. So, with that in mind, we can actually get a couple extra goodies. First of all, we can break through this panel here, which you might have noticed the first time we entered this room. And we can get a Shine Sprite, but first let's get this badge here. This one you might miss, but there we go. And now we just have to do some carefully timed jumps, alright. Oh, crap. Okay, let's try that again, but first let's check the bushes. I don't believe there's any star pieces hiding behind these little pillars here. I could be wrong, but I don't believe so. So we're just going to fall through the floor again and try to get that Shine Sprite again. If I fail again, then I'll do a... Never mind, we're not counting that. If I fail again, then we'll just do like a jump cut or something. So let's do this one more time. Okay, and jump, jump. Let's take our time this time. And there we go, we got a Shine Sprite. So now basically we just have to go back to where the Jabbies are, so I will see you guys in another moment. Okay, now we're back at the Punies, and I think I might have called them Jabbies before the cut, but anyway, we're going to take out this Puny Orb and then do a ground... We're going to do a ground stomp here, and bam. So actually we want the Puny Orb in there. What we can do is now we have to switch to Madame Flurry, and we just blow the Punies into the hole there. The placement is a bit annoying. Actually, let's get rid of the Puny Orb. It'll be a bit easier. Because then we can just blow them like that. Okay, put the Puny Orb back in. And come on, guys. Well, wrong way. Come on, come on. Almost got them. Come on. 2 more. And perfect. Alright, now we just drop back down here. And now we have all 101 Punies with us again. So now we actually can, if you remember, we saw the little breakable panel up there. So now we're going to break that panel and send the Punies into the warp pipe, and I just got another star piece behind that warp pipe, so that's also very nice. That was by accident, by the way. Put the Puny Orb in there, and we're going to blow as Madame... Oh wait, no, we forgot to get rid of this thing. Well, okay. And now we're going to blow as Madame Flurry. Oh wow, we got most of them. Alright, nice. Okay, wait. No, don't do the ground stomp. And this ground stomp move can also find hidden floor panels. But there's a better way. Actually, we can find hidden floor panels later in the game, so we're actually not going to be using it that much, to be honest. But anyway, now we are in this warp pipe, and we have a bit of a new area here, which I believe has enemies, yes, so see you guys after I defeat this X-Nut. One thing I forgot to mention is that Mario's jump actually is more powerful now. So from this point we're not going to want to use our hammer as much, but the hammer will also be getting an upgrade later, which I think is pretty obvious. So for now we're just going to stick to jumps, and let's get rid of this guy here. There we go. And we are going to go down this warp pipe here. And now we have a little bit of a puzzle here. Well, actually, the last thing was kind of a puzzle too, but this feels more so like a puzzle. Basically, what we're going to do here is we want to jump across by our lonesome, I believe. Wait, I didn't want to tattle. I was thinking I was Koops for a second. We don't want to go down there quite yet, but what we do want to do is we're going to get Koops out here. And what we're going to do is we want to get that switch, so we'll depress that, get off the switch, and bam. And Koops will drown. Well, he doesn't really drown, but that's what it looks like. And it will flood all the water into the room below us, which will basically let us take the Punies with us to the warp pipe down there, which is obviously what we want. And there's a treasure chest down here too. Yep. And it is a badge, I believe. Yeah, it's Shrink Stomp. And Shrink Stomp I don't think is really that useful. It basically will sometimes shrink an enemy and lower their attack power. But honestly, I don't find it all that useful, so best to probably stay away. Oh, there we got another Shine Sprite. You probably all saw that. I was thinking that we could get it with Koops, but we can't. We have to wait for the lily pads like we did. And now we can descend further into the Great Tree. Let's get this bush here, and this bush, and we're actually right near the bottom of the Great Tree, so let's put in our Puny Orb and go down. Alright, so now we're down here, and we got a mushroom. But anyway, I'm going to call it for this episode because we are right near the boss of the Great Tree. So I thank you for watching. I'm Methodical Destruction. Please subscribe if you would like to see more, and I will see you all in the next part. Bye.